Please subscribe, like, and share. So, there's been a topic floating around about how men don't approach women anymore. And I mean, I have a lot of different thoughts. First of all, my first thought is there's always going to be men that approach women because some men just are comfortable talking to women. It's always been that way. It's been like that in every era. Some men they just are not comfortable talking to women, and then women are very powerful, and some of them attitudes are real messed up. So, it could go real left quick. It could go left real quick. If you approach one of these, especially if you approach one. But I don't know if every man ain't approaching women, so I don't know about that. But there's easy reasons why a man in today's times would be hesitant to approach a woman, especially if they consider all of the possibilities. If you do that, then you'll be hesitant to approach any, woman because, like I said, if you're not coming at her right or if the vibe ain't right, things could go left. And I also think now, especially in the FBA community, because we don't really have like a family structure like that. This some of us do, but a lot don't. You know, you don't have a mother and a father in the household raising you and telling you, back in the days they used to, mess around with you. You got a girlfriend yet, boy? This is what you got to do. Give you some advice. Like, you don't have any of that. So now you just come up off the internet. You're looking at YouTube and, and then, like I said, a lot of us don't really have our fathers in our lives. So you don't even really have a father to ask, these type of questions too. So some of these men feel like they're really not equipped to. And then some, I think, are disgusted with the ratchery. You know what I mean? I just think that you got all kind of, you know, variables when it comes to men not approaching, women. Me, I've never really been uncomfortable approaching women. Like, I could talk to them. It's never really been that big a deal, but I have been rejected. You know what I mean? I hit the showers, a few times here and there. I remember one time when I was in the A, it was during the NBA All-Star weekend, and I was driving my older caddy, and it really wasn't presentable. And I had the audacity to try to, spit a few words at this chick, man. The way she looked at me like, man, you don't get the bottom of my face, boy. So that's a huge element. Like, in today's time, men ain't trying to get lit up, and women got it in them to light niggas up. So, you know, I feel like it's probably gonna get worse. I don't really think it's gonna get better. You know what I mean? At least that appears to be the trajectory. But those is just a few of my thoughts. What are yours?